Pulled from the tapestry of history, this is Threads of the War, personal, truth-inspired flash fiction of the 20th century's war. I'm Jeremy Strozer. Stone. AP! I yell. Krauss removes an armor-piercing shell from the wicker basket, handing it to Fuchs, the loader. Fuchs places the AP round gently within the open breech of our Pak 36 anti-tank gun. Pole closes the breech, making the gun ready. We're dug in and loaded, ready for the inevitable French counterattack. Now we wait, I tell my men as we scan through the town and up the lane on the right. Armor crews rush to their idling tanks, all lined up in a column up the narrow lane in the small village of Stonne. Small French houses bracket each tank in the line. Any of those could be my house. This could be Beaupod, where Mom is now. What if the French offensive had broken through the Siegfried Line last year, advancing all the way through to Beaupod? What if Mom had been in a house surrounded by French tanks? Damn those French tanks. Just as I think about French tanks, a Char B-1 appears up the road on the edge of this small French town. The moment I notice it, it fires two shots, one from its 47mm turret gun and the other from its hull-mounted 75mm gun. He was ready. Instantly, the first and last tanks in the column lined up on the narrow street burst into flames. Get him! Get him! Prepare to fire at the Char B if he comes within range, I calmly tell my crew. We all stare in amazement as the French tank moves forward, rapidly firing both guns at the line of German tanks. The German tanks fire back. All 9 left in operation are pounding the French tank with everything they can throw at it. Nothing is penetrating. The thing is a beast. The Char B keeps coming, knocking down tank after tank in the German column. 4 German tanks are burning as they are pushed aside by the oncoming French monster. In range! Vought screams above the sound of more shells firing and the eruption of our compatriots' flammable armored vehicles. Fire! I scream back. At this range, we're just knocking on the door. AP! I yell, starting the loading process for my anti-tank gun all over again. The French tank simply continues forward, impervious to all the steel we throw at it. Krauss removes another armor-piercing shell from the wicker basket, again handing it to Fuchs. Our shell quietly disappears into the Char's armor, with no discernible result. Fuchs places the AP round gently within the open breech. Pole closes the breech, making the gun ready. The French tank is closer now. May this round find its way home. Fire! I scream, yet again launching an armor-piercing shell at the French Char. Another 2 panzers explode as the Char B thrusts its way through the small town. AP! I yell, repeating the loading process. The French tank continues forward, so it is now only a few hundred meters away. Again, the shell is absorbed into the French tank's thick armor, with no result. It's as if that thing is swallowing our steel, then spitting it back at our tanks as it goes. Krauss removes one more armor-piercing shell from the wicker basket, handing it to Fuchs. Fuchs places the AP round gently within the open breech. Pole closes the breech, making the gun ready. Our tanks rapidly fire at the onrushing French machine, but their shots are as ineffective as my own. Another 2 panzers explode. How many are dying from this one French Char B? I sure hope he's alone. AP! I yell, hoping the closing range will help my rounds penetrate. Krauss slowly removes an armor-piercing shell from the wicker basket as he stares at the oncoming French beast. Fuchs reaches out, taking the shell from Krauss. Their faces are solid with fear. Is my face expressing the same thing? That monster is under 100 meters away and still coming strong. Stay focused on your duty, I remind my crew. Their faces turn back to their work. Fuchs places the AP round gently within the open breech. Pole sternly closes the breech, prepping the gun. Fire! I yell just as 2 more panzers blow up. That's the last of our tanks. Now it's up to us. The French tank dashes toward us, our last round ricocheting off the front armor plate. We're useless against this behemoth. As he closes range, we should penetrate. We should! AP! I scream, knowing this will be our last round before he's on us. The French tank's machine gun opens up on us, spitting rounds all around our position. This is it. Kraus removes an armor-piercing shell from the wicker basket while his body trembles. Kraus, stay with us! A round smashes through Kraus's left leg, crumpling him just as he hands the round to Fuchs, whose face is pale white. This is our last chance to knock it down. Load up, Fuchs! I scream. Fuchs automatically places the round in the breech, which pole snaps shut. They are breaking. Medic! Medic! Fuchs screams, hoping to help Kraus. Am I breaking? Fire! I scream as I stare down on the onrushing French monster. Nothing! I holler before realizing anything slipped out. Kraus is writhing with agony on the ground with Fuchs over him. We are no longer an operational unit. I'm blown away from my gun. Darkness surrounds my small area of remaining sight. That monster bit me too. Looking back toward where my gun had been set up, I see pole dangling over the destroyed breach. I can't see Fuchs or Kraus. The French tank has already turned, making its way up the small lane to our right. Hopefully another Pak 36 over there can find a way to penetrate his armor. My eyes go dark. My world goes quiet. My mind goes still. On May 16, 1940, a single French B-1 named Eure and commanded by Captain Bilotte forced its way into the town of Stonne. Hotly contested, Stonne switched sides 17 times over the course of the German invasion of France. Captain Bilotte's Eure attacked a German column from Panzer Regiment 8, destroying 2 Panzer IVs and 11 Panzer III tanks, along with 2 Pak 36 anti-tank guns. After his successful assault, Captain Bilotte turned around, heading back out of the village. His tank had endured 140 shell impacts, all of which failed to penetrate the thick armor of his massive beast of a machine. After the battle, Billotte was nicknamed the Butcher of Stonne. Contrary to popular opinion, even though France eventually fell to the German onslaught, the French put up a heck of a fight with some advanced, awesomely powerful equipment. Poor communication, tactics, and strategic leadership, as well as operational plans and some good German command and luck, led to France's defeat. Still, despite their fall, they were able to inflict heavy losses on the Germans. Today, Captain Bilotte's Eure can be seen in the center of Stonne. His name is also given to an award in the game World of Tanks, in which the player destroys many enemy vehicles quickly. Pierre Armand Gaston Bilotte went on to serve as a military attaché, a division commander, the head of France's military mission to the United Nations, and eventually Minister of National Defense. Sometimes in war, the losing side can still inflict a lot of pain on the winners. If you would like to support the prevention of future war, or you simply enjoy the stories I tell, please consider becoming a patron of this work by visiting my Patreon page at patreon.com/Jeremy Strozer, or purchasing one of my books wherever books are sold. You can learn more about me, my work, and my mission at jeremystrozer.com. Thank you.